next speaker, which is Dani Son from the Khmer-Kampuchea-Krom temple.
Mr. Chair, thank you for giving us a voice to address this topic. Our people have endured but also survived acts of violence. We have survived wars and genocide. We have been targeted by the government as they have punished our people. However, we are still alive and active for a better life to improve the well-being of our people in our homeland, the nation, and around the world. Our spiritual learning is rooted in peace, cooperation, and tolerance. Our religion provides spiritual guidance for how people can live compassionate life towards one another. Unfortunately, our monks' fundamental freedoms are violated with impunity. However, we remain committed to nonviolence. An open dialogue between Indigenous people and member states requires recognition of Indigenous people with respect to the UNDRIP. Khmer-Krom identity is not recognized and thus not respected. In our situation, the Khmer-Krom people are denied the right to self-determination, which is the denial of access to mechanisms towards conflict resolution. We ask the help of the Permanent Forum to set a timeline for member states, such as Vietnam, to begin the process of legally recognizing all Indigenous peoples within their borders. Without such recognition, Indigenous peoples like our Khmer-Krom people continue to be left behind, unable to fully participate in, enjoy, or exercise UNDRIP. We seek the help of the UN agencies like UNESCO to fund the translation of and distribution of UNDRIP into Indigenous languages so that the people are aware and armed with the knowledge of their rights. Such rights could be promoted online through social networks and offline workshops located within Indigenous communities. We ask that the role of Indigenous women is promoted in all conflict resolution discussions and request UNDP and other UN agencies to make specific efforts at accommodating and reaching out to Indigenous women throughout their workshops and empowerment programs. We are thankful for the amazing work of everyone here at the United Nations for helping to promote and protect the rights of our Indigenous brothers and sisters. Human rights defenders continue to put their lives on the line to protect Indigenous peoples, specifically for the Khmer-Krom people. Two of our spiritual leaders, Venerable Thach Tuol and Venerable Lu Ni, who remain in prison for defending their right to preserve our culture, language, and religion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Son.
I now give the floor to the representative of Vietnam.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on your elections as chair of the forum. Vietnam appreciates the work of the forum and support efforts to promote the rights, livelihood, and well-being of Indigenous people where they reside. Mr. Chair, my delegation would like to take the floor in response to the statement made this morning by the so-called Khmer-Kampuchea-Krom Federation or KKF, and also to express our strong objection to their participation in this forum. KKF is a foreign-based organization, but falsely and unfoundedly claiming itself to represent the Khmer, the Vietnamese Khmer people. This organization has carried out many politically motivated acts aiming for the separation of the territory of Vietnam and has been spreading falsified information. KKF is not even recognized as an indigenous organization by fellow organizations in Asia. And for these reasons, KKF was not accredited to participate in the World Conference on Indigenous Peoples. My delegation rejects any claim and request made by KKF. We believe that KKF's participation is not beneficial to the forum, which in our view should be the forum for true and genuine Indigenous peoples to speak and to share their concerns. Mr. Chair, Vietnam is a country of 54 ethnic groups. The constitutions emphasize that the Socialist Republic of Vietnam is the unified state of all ethnic groups living on the territory of Vietnam. Every ethnic group has the right to use its own language and system of writing to preserve its identity and to promote its fine customs, habits, traditions, and cultures. All acts of ethnic discrimination and division are strictly prohibited. The government of Vietnam pays a great attention to promote and protect the rights of ethnic minorities. We establishes the Committee for Ethnic Minorities Affairs. We implement particular policy and program, such as the Socio-Economic Development Program for the most vulnerable districts in ethnic minority and mountainous areas. Our achievements are widely recognized by development partners, including UN agencies. In 2014, the poverty rate in ethnic minorities had reduced to 2.8% of overall Vietnamese households. Every province in ethnic and mountainous areas has schools, healthcare center, and free legal assistance center. Ethnic minorities have access to media in their language, such as Hmong, Khmer, Thai, Ede, Cham. Minority language are taught at schools in 30 provinces. In particular, textbooks in Khmer language are being used at schools in many provinces in the southern of Vietnam. Freedom of religion and belief, cultural identities, and heritage of ethnic minorities are promoted and protected by the state. Ethnic minorities fully participate in the political, social, and economic life in Vietnam. While ethnic minorities only make up about 40% of the population, but since 1960, the number of deputies of the National Assembly from ethnic minorities is always at higher rate, from 15 to 18%. The government of Vietnam ensures that local ethnic communities closely engage in consultation on own development projects that could affect them. Their voice and interests are fully taken into account. Ethnic minorities in Vietnam are still facing with numerous challenges ranging from poverty, inequality, poor accessibility to climate change and natural disaster. But the government of Vietnam is making every effort to tackle this challenge. We are strongly committed to the successful implementation of the 2013 Agenda for Sustainable Development in order to leave no one behind. I thank you, Mr. Chair.